Well, hello guys and welcome to Mr. Web Reviews. So you'd like to start selling courses online but you're not planning to hire someone and spend thousands on development fees. Wise decision, especially that you can do it all by yourself, all for free at no extra cost to you, apart from your time of course. So for this we're going to use WordPress and a user-friendly drag and drop page builder called Elementor. So don't worry, there will be no coding involved in this tutorial, which means that even if you're a complete beginner, you can easily follow along and get this up and running within just a few hours. Now if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Okay, let's have a look at how we can do that. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration, and for this we're going to head to our website here, mrwebreviews.com. so mrwebreviews.com, and you can type /hosting, as you can see here, /hosting, or you can click on the link here in the menu tab that says hosting, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below anyways. So you can use any of those three options and they will all bring you to the same place. So let's click on this now, just hosting, and as you can see we are on the Hostinger website now. So this is a co-branded page that I have with Hostinger. So basically I've negotiated special rates for you guys with Hostinger, so you can get up to 80% off. And also I'm going to give you a promo code in the next step that will give you access to an extra 7% discount at checkout. So all in, very competitive rates indeed. So Hostinger, they're very good. This is where I host all my websites because they're good, they're fast, and they offer quick support as well, because with the hosting company obviously it's when things go wrong that they shine, and Hostinger, they were always there when I had some issues and all that. So they're very fast indeed. So as you can see, their hosting is very simple. You have three packages here you can choose from. This is the shared hosting. So you have single, premium, and business. So what's the difference between those three packages, three plans? So very simply, the single one, as the name indicates, as you can glean from its name, it's for one website only. So if you're planning to build and host more than one website, this one is not for you. Let's make this clear from the start. But if it's just the one website you're going to host, you're only starting up, this is absolutely fine, no problem at all. And as you can see, it starts from 99 cents a month, which is very competitive again. Now, please bear in mind that this one doesn't include free domain and Google Ads credit, which the others two have. So the value of the domain is $8.99. So you have to factor that in and consider this when choosing your plans. So again, this one is limited bandwidth. So it's only 100 gig of bandwidth and 2 databases only you can use. Whereas those two, as you can see, these are unlimited in regard to bandwidth and databases as well. So what's the difference between those two? Now, as you can see, this one, the premium, is the most popular one, and for a simple reason, is because this is the most advantageous and the most best value for money, let's put it this way. So with this one you can host up to 100 websites, so plenty to do with this. 100 gig of SSD storage. So SSD is the fastest hard drive currently available on the market, so your website will be very fast indeed. And as you can see, all of these offer free SSL certificates. So what's SSL certificate? It's basically the padlock next to your domain name in the web address, which indicates that your website is safe and secure, especially if you're running an e-commerce website. So again, as you can see, this one gets a free domain, free Google Ads, etc. So let's go ahead with this one now. And this is our next step. So in our next step, we have to select the billing cycle. So as you can see here, we can choose among those 4 options. So either 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, and 48 months. So the 1 month, it's obviously just for a trial plan. It's a pay as you go. But with this, you'll have to pay a $4.99 setup fee, and the price goes up immediately at $10.99, as you can see, So that's not the most advantageous, but if you just want to try things on, you can simply select this one. Now, the 12 months if you were to select 12 months, it would cost you $66.84. So on this one, you save actually 49%. So if we scroll down a little bit, as you can see, this is the normal price, the regular price. It would normally cost you $131.88. But thanks to Mr. Web Reviews, you get a special discount, 49%, and you only pay $66.84. Now, if you were to get 24 months, normally it should be 66 times 2. So normally 60 times 2, let's say 120. It's only 84. You see, you save even more money by getting a longer period, a longer billing cycle. And then again, 84 times 2, let's say 80 times 2, 160. You would expect to pay 160 for 48 months. And it's only 97. Look at this. Gigantic savings you can make indeed. So again, feel free to click on any of these. We're just going to go ahead with 12 months for now, just for the sake of our tutorial here. And then after this, you select your payment method. So you can pay by credit card, PayPal, coin payment. So coin payment, it's all these virtual currencies like Bitcoin, and then Google Pay as well. And I'm just going to select PayPal for now. So if we scroll down, you can see we have a recap of our order here. So it would normally cost us $131.88. And we get 45% discount. Again, you get free SSL certificate, free domain name, free Cloudflare protection, and the setup is free as well. You don't have to pay for this, which is normally, as you've seen here, $4.99 as well. So plenty of savings to be made. Now, here's the icing on the cake, the cherish on the cake. If you add here Mr. Web Reviews, all in capital letters, and click on the plus sign here, you get an extra discount. So it was 88 and now you're only at 82. You save an extra 7%. So that's it basically. Once you've done here, all you have to do is click Submit Secure Payment. And this will bring us to the next step, which is our payment platform. So depending on which option you chose, in our case here, I've selected PayPal. So what we'll do now is just to proceed with PayPal. Okay, and once you've gone through the checkout process and process your payment, you will receive a couple of emails from Hostinger, and one of them will contain a link back to your H panel, so the admin panel from Hostinger. So for this, basically, you can also go on the Hostinger website immediately and click Login, and then you type in your email address and the password you created, and then log in. And now we will be ready to set up our website and hosting. So as you can see, the very first thing we have to do is to claim our free domain. So again, you get a free domain with Hostinger, except the trial version, obviously the trial plan, that's the only one, but any other plans, you get a free domain with them, in which case you can claim it. So how can you claim your domain? Very simply, in one click, all you have to do is click on Claim Domain. And then as you can see, you can type in the domain name here. So you can choose among different extension, domain name extension. So it could be .shop, .tech, .site, .com, .store, .website, .me if it's a personal website, .press perhaps, .link, .net. So .com is the most common one, the most widespread, let's say. So you might want to type in your domain name here. So let's say yourdomain.com. And then after this, all you have to do is claim domain. Now, bear in mind that .com being the most common extension, it might not be available. You might have to go through a few different attempts before you get the right one and one that's available. So that's it basically for this. And once you've done with this, you have to set up your hosting. So to set up your hosting, all you have to do is click Setup. And as you can see, we have a welcome message here. Welcome to Hostinger. And then start now. So all we have to do basically is to go through all these steps one by one. So let's click on this. And as you can see here, you have to choose your domain. So the domain name we just registered in the previous step, you select it here. So in our case here, I have bestlondonplumber.com done. That was from a previous tutorial I did. And then you click select, or you can use an existing domain if you have one registered already somewhere else. So it's up to you. Select either of those two options and then click select. And from here, which way do you want to go? So you have to answer this question. Do you want to build a new website or migrate my website? Okay, so we have a third option here. As you can see, in small writing, skip, I will start from scratch. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to start everything from scratch. So let's click on this now. And then let's finish setting up. Here are some important for you. So it just let you know that this is the domain name you're going to use and the server is based in the Netherlands. And once you're finished, all you have to do is click on Finish Setup. And once you've gone through these steps and your hosting is configured and set up, you will see your hosting will appear here on your admin panel as well. And all you have to do is just click on the domain name that's linked to it. So all you have to do is click on Mr. Web Reviews Tutorials. That's the one we're going to use today. But in your case, it'll be yourdomainname.com or whichever it is you registered, you know. So from here, this is H panel. So normally you might be familiar with the C panel, which is the control panel, but because it's Hostinger and their names start with a H, they call it H panel. So very clever indeed. So as you can see here, we are presented with a few different options, a few different categories. So we have a few different heading: WordPress, order, accounts, emails, domains, website, files, database, and advanced, and others. So it might seem a bit confusing, a lot of options here, but don't worry, it's very simple. I'm going to walk you through each and every steps. It's very simple indeed. So the first thing we're going to do is to install WordPress on our hosting. So how do we do this? Under the tab website here, you see auto installer. We're going to click on this. Okay. And as you can see here, if I scroll down now, you can see we have different options. So we have WordPress and WooCommerce, Joomla, and others. So we're not interested in Joomla. That's a different CMS. And other, we're not interested in any of those two at the moment. What we're going to do is install WordPress. So we have the choice between those two. So what's the difference between WordPress and WooCommerce? WooCommerce basically is an additional plugin that runs on WordPress and which allows you to run an e-commerce website. So in our case here, we're just going to use WordPress. We don't need an e-commerce platform at the moment. So we're just going to go ahead with this as it is at the moment. So we're just going to click on WordPress. And from here, you want to make sure to select HTTPS. So HTTPS again is to show that your website is safe and secure and to enable the SSL certificate. And as you can see here in this field, you leave that empty. You don't put anything in there. So let's put our username. So I'm just going to put Mr. Web Reviews. So you can put anything you want. You're going to type in the password. And then normally your email address will be filled in automatically. We'll fetch the email address that you use at registration, but feel free to change it to whichever email you want to use. You can put another email if you want to. And then you put the website title. In our case, it's Mr. Web Reviews. And then we scroll down a little bit. And as you can see here, we have different options for the database. Leave everything as is. Don't touch this. Leave it the way it is. It will be created automatically. And then we need to set up the update. So update only to minor versions or always update to the latest available version. You'd want to click on this. So you make sure that your WordPress installation is always top-notch, up to date. And then after this, all we have to do, very simple, click install. And this is going to take a few moments, obviously, you know. So depending on how fast your internet connection is, etc., etc., it might take maybe up to a minute even. So there you go. That was quick enough, actually, maybe 30 seconds altogether. So from here, where do we go? We go back to dashboard. And as you can see, we have another option, dashboard here. So first, we're going to set up an email address just before we go ahead. If you wanted to set up an email address linked to your website, so for instance, info@yourdomainname.com or sales@ or hello@ whichever it is, you'll want to click on this. So we're going to create a new email account now. So let's click on this. And from here, you'll be able to create a new email account. So all you have to do basically is to type in here, for instance, info@ and make sure that the extension is your actual domain name. So as you can see, mrwebreviewstutorials.com. In here, we're going to create info@mrwebreviewstutorial, and we're going to type in any password. Okay, and all you have to do after this is click create. And there you go. As you can see, you got a confirmation here. We now have an email address, info@mrwebreviewstutorials.com. and it's the same for you. So you can create as many as you want. It's unlimited. There's no limitation as to how many you can create. So you could create info at, sales at, or your name at, whichever. So let's go back to our dashboard now. And we click on dashboard again. And now we're going to access our WordPress dashboard. So this is the important part where we'll be able to actually change our website and make it our own. So as you can see, you want to make sure here that the force HTTPS is active. So if it isn't, maybe it is off like this. All you have to do is just click on it. This is just to make sure that your SSL certificate is active. And from here, what do? Simply click on Edit Website. And this is going to bring us to our WordPress dashboard, where we'll be able to customize our website. So welcome to our WordPress dashboard. Let me zoom in a little bit. There you go. So this is WordPress. So how does it work? But simply on the left hand side, we have the menu that will bring us all the different options. And this is our preview of whatever we are working on. So let me show you what our website looks like at the moment. So there you go. It's very basic indeed. This is the 2021 theme, the one that's built in by default in WordPress. So not appealing at all, as you can see, but don't worry, we're going to make it look fantastic. So let's go back to our dashboard. So the first thing we're going to do is do a bit of cleaning and maintenance. So we're going to go into plugins. And as you can see, these are our plugins. So Hostinger uses a Lightspeed cache, which is absolutely fantastic, which allows to high performance page caching, which is great once your website is up and running. But as we'll be working on our website, we want to see the changes we make immediately. So we're going to deactivate this at the moment. So deactivate this first. And then we're going to delete those two, Ascimet Anti-Spam and Hello Dolly, which we don't need at all. So we can delete those two. There you go. And as we are working on our website, we don't want anyone to access our website from the outside world, obviously. So what we're going to do is add an extra plugin now. So we're going to click on plugin and we're going to type in maintenance. And as you can see, the very first one here with 500,000 plus installation from Web Factory. This one is absolutely fine. It is great. I've been using this one for years myself. It's super easy to use. So just click install. And there you go. And then all you have to do after this is activate. Oh, that's it, done. So if we go to the maintenance now, as you can see, this one is enabled. So it is on at the moment. So what does that mean? So if you go to our website, as you can see, because we are logged in as an admin now, if we go onto our website and refresh, we can see it, no problem. Now let me open this in a different browser. Just like that. And as you can see, anyone else from the outside world, that's what they'll see. They'll see that your website is in maintenance mode, so they won't be able to see what's happening, which is great to keep your privacy, of course, and while you're working on your website, it's probably better that way. So after this, what do? We go into settings and we go into general. So here you type in the name of your website. So whatever it is you want to call your website, make it clear and very simple for people to identify you. And in here, we're going to just put learning online has become super easy, since we are going to create an e-learning website selling courses. So that's it. So as you can see, we have HTTPS here. So that indicates that this is SSL certificate is active as well. And then you put in your email address right here. And then we scroll down and we can save. And then we go into permalinks now. So here basically we're going to choose the format, your URLs. So your web addresses will be displayed. As you can see, if it's plain, you will read mrwebreviewstutorials.com/? P=123, which is not user friendly at all. So what we're going to do is just select this one here that says post name. So whatever page we're going to create, so let's say if we create a page that's called About Us or Services or Contact Us, all you'll see is mrwebreviewstutorials.com/about-us, contact-us, which is a lot more user-friendly and much better as well for indexing and search engine friendly as well. This is most important, of course, you know. So now we can click save. So that's it, basically. That's just done for the maintenance and cleaning of our WordPress installation. So back to our website here, as you can see, it doesn't look great at all. So what we're going to do now is install our theme. So we're going to Appearance, Themes. And as you can see, we have three themes here, which are the basic one. You know, we have 2020, 2019, and 2021. So this is from 2 years ago, last year, and this year. But as you can see, this is very, very basic. So what we're going to do is just add a new. And again, this theme we're going to install is 100% free, as you'll see. So all we have to do basically here in the search box is to type Astra. And now if you hover on top, as you can see, you have details and previews and install showing up here. So you don't see it this way, but if you hover on top, you can see install and you click on this to install this theme. So it's installing. Again, it will take a few moments depending on how fast your internet connection is, you know. So there you go. That's installed now. And all we have to do now is to click activate. So there you go, our theme Astra is installed. As you can see, we have a message here. Thank you for installing Astra. So did you know Astra comes with dozens of ready to use starter templates? So this is the bit that we're interested in, you know. That's the beauty of Astra. They have pre-built templates that we can use. So it saves us a lot of time, hours and hours of designing and all that. So all we have to do from here is to click get started. Or if you want to click on the theme here, you can select Astra options. Both ways are fine. So let's click on this now. And as you can see, we have the import starter templates here, and we have to click on this one here. So what we're going to do again is to use the starter templates to save us a lot of time. So let's click on install importer plugin now. As you see, it's activating it. Activating. And here we are. So in this step, we have to select our page builder. So Astra gives you the option among 4 different page builders: Elementor, Beaver Builder, Gutenberg, and Breezy. So Gutenberg is the one that's built into WordPress. Beaver Builder and Breezy are 2 different ones, but the most popular one is Elementor, which is used worldwide by I don't know how many exactly, but loads of people are using Elementor. It is by far the most user-friendly anyways, as you'll see later in this tutorial. So let's install Elementor. Let's click on this. There you go. So from here, we can select our theme, our template. Which one are we going to install? So in our case here, we're going to use only free ones. So if you scroll down, as you can see, some of them have the agency tag, agency. So these are premium templates. So if you wanted to use one of them, you'll have to get the premium version. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below anyways to the Astra website, and you can use that link to get any of those premium themes. But again, for the sake of our tutorial here, we're going to use only free resources. So all we do basically drop down menu here and click on free. And now all you see here on your screen are free theme, free templates. So these are totally 100% free to use. It's not going to cost you anything. You can use them for free. And as you can see, they look absolutely fantastic. Very professional looking indeed. So what we're after here is a theme that we can use for our courses. So you can narrow this down by typing in the search box here, courses. So if we go back up here, as you can see, we have Get Academy, Learn Digital Marketing, Online Coach, Online Programming courses, Online Courses again, etc., etc. So you can simply click on them. If you click on it, you can have a preview. So you can see this one comes with 4 different pages: Home, All Courses, About, and Contact. And you can scroll up and down the page to have a full preview. So if you're not happy with your choice, you can always go back, click on this arrow, and then select another one. So let's go and have a look at this one here. Why not? And this one comes with all these pages. So we have Home, All Courses, About Us, Instructors, Pricing, and Frequently Asked Questions, and Contact. And if we scroll down, you can see this is absolutely perfect. This would suit us perfectly for this tutorial. All we have to do from here is just click Import Complete Site. And as you can see, we have a message here that says required plugins missing: Learn-LMS and Learn-Course Grid. So we're not going to need these to be honest, because we're going to use another plugin, a free one. So we're just going to click skip and import. And you have to provide them with a few feedback here. So I'm a WordPress beginner, intermediate, or expert. You select whichever you want. And I'm building this for myself or a client, whichever. And then click next. And then you can skip this step altogether. And then the import will start. Now bear in mind, this can take up to 2 minutes. So don't be anxious if it takes a long time or long enough. Again, it will depend on how fast your internet connection is. So what I'm going to do now is just pause the video and I'll meet you guys when the import is completed. So there you go, guys, all done, imported successfully, as you can see. So now we can close this. And if you go back to our website, so this is what our website used to look like. And now if we refresh, look at this. How beautiful this is in just a few clicks. Very easy to use indeed, and very professional looking, as you can see. So this will make an impact with your visitors, no doubt about it. This will be this is very professional indeed. And then from here, let's take care of our last step, setting up our website. And from here, we're going to plugins, add new. And then in the search box, you're going to type in Learnpress. And as you can see, we have our plugin here, Learnpress, WordPress LMS plugin. So LMS stands for Learning Management System. It's a free plugin, absolutely free, 100% free. And this is why we're going to use it, because LearnDash is not free, but Learnpress is. And as I said, we're going to build a website today using only free resources. So we click on install. And while this is installing, as you can see, there are different other plugins from the same company. So ThemePress. And you can also have courses reviews, courses wish list, offline payment, import, export, and extension and all that. So it's very complete actually, you know. Okay, so this is installed now. So all we have to do is to activate it. Nearly there now. So that's it. So this is done. And before I go ahead with anything, you always want to make sure that you read all these messages here. So basically on top of your pages, these are the warnings and warning messages you need to pay attention to. And as you can see, you have LearnDash has just successfully installed. Run the setup wizard. So we can do this now. Obviously, let's take care of this immediately. So let's do that. There you go. So welcome to Learnpress. Thanks for choosing Learnpress to sell your courses online. Setup wizard will help you with basics information, etc., etc. So let's go and run this. So let's run the setup wizard. So which currency are you going to use? Is it US dollars? Is it euros? Is it pounds? Which is it? So you select your currency, and then the thousand separator, decimal separator, and the number of decimals, etc., etc. And this is how the price will be displayed. So this is the usual one if you live in the US. Now, if you select euros, you might want to change a few of those settings. But anyways, you do so based on your location and your target audience, of course. And then you click continue. So courses, we have to select our pages. As you can see, because we're only starting up, we don't have any pages created. And as you can see, these are the basic pages on our website. So what we can do is just create one. So you create and you select the title. So for courses, we're going to simply call it courses. Oopsie, courses, plural. Okay. And then we're going to create one that's called profile as well. Okay. And then let's create one that's called checkout. Checkout page. And then become a teacher. Become a teacher. There you go. And then after this, we continue. So PayPal, do you want to use PayPal? If you have a PayPal account, you might want to set it up immediately right here. So I'm just going to click yes. And I'm going to put sales@kentoro.com. And then continue. Email system. So emails are sent to users or teachers for each particular action. So you want to enable emails, obviously, because this is almost mandatory. You want to let people know what's happening. So let's click continue now. And we're almost done now. So finish. Congrats, you're almost done with your settings. What's next? And from here we can select among those 4 different options. So install sample course, create new course, visit your site, or back to dashboard. So we can either click on create new course or back to dashboard. I'm just going to go back to the dashboard now just to show you the menu bar now. So as you can see, we have the Learnpress tab here with our courses, lessons, quizzes, questions, orders, statistics, add-on settings, and tools. So these are basically our main sections for our courses, to set up our courses. So we're going to create a new course now. So we're going to click on courses. So to create a new course, you just click add new. But let's first have a look at our categories here as well. You can create different categories, obviously. So let's say if you were to provide digital marketing courses, you can type in digital marketing in here. And then maybe web designing as well. Why not? So we have 2 categories created now, as you can see. And you can do the same with tags if you wanted to associate tags to your courses. So let's create our course now. We can create new. So add new. Well, let's say we're going to provide digital marketing courses. And we're going to put a description here. So I went online and found something from another website. I'm just going to paste this here, but feel free to fill this up with your own content, of course. And then you make sure you select your category as well. So in our case is the digital marketing category. There you go. And then we have a curriculum here, as you can see. So you can write section name and press enter. So let's call this maybe lesson 1 intro, and then enter. And right here we can create a new lesson. So as we said, this is intro, enter. And if you hover on top of this section, you can see you can turn on and off. You can edit or delete. So let's edit this one. And as you can see, it's opening up a new tab for us. So this is not our course anymore. This is a lesson, part of the course, obviously, So this is the intro lesson. And then we're going to put our description. So the description of our lesson comes here. And then as you can see, you can insert different formats. You have gallery, images, link, quotes, video, audio, status, and all that. So let's add a media here in our lesson. So as you can see, you can choose among all these different options here. So you can create a gallery, create an audio playlist, video playlist, or insert from URL. So what we're going to do here is just to insert a video. So insert from URL. Okay, so let's say we wanted to insert a YouTube video. I just went ahead and grabbed one from my website, from my channel, digital marketing website. So we could include this one, for instance. And if you click insert into page, this is the embed code, basically, So we can update now. And if you click on preview changes, right click, open a new tab. This is a preview of our page. As you can see with intro, the description of our lesson comes here. And this is the content of our page. So very simple indeed, as you can see. Now let's come back here. And as you can see, you can let your visitors know how long this lesson is. So let's say the video is maybe 45 minutes. And do you want a preview of this lesson? Do you want to provide a preview, yes or no? So if you have, for instance, a shortened version of your video, you might use it as a preview as well, or not. It's up to you really, So let's click update now. And again, let's see a quick preview of this. There you go. And you can leave the comments on or off. You can disable that. It's up to you really. It's really up to you. So as you can see, if you don't want the comments, just click allow comments, untick allow comments, and click update. And now if we refresh, as you can see, there's no more comments underneath. This is just our lesson on its own. So this is how you create a lesson. So let's go back to our course. So as you can see, this is intro, and you can create a second one. So it could be, so we have lesson 1 intro. Maybe I should have named this differently actually, instead of lesson 1, I should have called it something else. But anyways, you get the gist. And in here, you can call this differently. And you can see you have a book, and then you have a quiz as well. So you could create a quiz if you wanted to. So let's call this test quiz number 1. So now we have a new item here, test quiz number 1. And if you hover on top, you have the small pencil and we can edit. And it will open up in a new window. So we can put our description here. So description goes here. And then if you scroll down, you can see we now have our questions. So we can add a question. So let's add question number 1, let's say. Question 1. And then if you hover here, you can have a true or false, multiple choice, or single choice. So for the question 1, let's go with a true or false. And how do you fill this out? It's very simple. You can select either of those two. That's all. Either true or false. So what's the question? So this is your question here. Your question goes here. And then you can have a small explanation right here. So I'm just going to copy and paste this in here just to make it easy. Okay. And then you can give a hint as well. So let's copy and paste this again right here. So this would be our hint. So this is the question, the explanation, the hint, and you can select either true or false. Then we go to the next one. So let's say question 2. And here we're going to select multiple choice. So what's the difference between multiple choice and single choice? Basically, I'm going to show you here multiple choice. It's basically you have different options, as many as you want. You can add maybe 3, 4, 5, but they can select 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or different options. So you can select more than one option out of several options. Whereas the single option, you have several options, but you can only select one at a time. So here you can, if you wanted to add another one, just click add option. And you have here, you would have the 4th option then. Okay. And then this is the content of our question. This is the explanation. This is the hint. And let's go to question 3, let's say. And you can add a single choice this time. So as you can see, this one is the same. You have several options, but you can only select one option. And again, if you wanted to add a new one, just click add new. So out of 5 options, only one is correct. So here you're going to paste, paste, and paste just to create our quiz here. And as you scroll down, you can see we have more options. So do you want to have allow reviewing questions after completing the quiz? So if they get it wrong, can they review them or not? Yes or no? It's up to you. You can let them know what the duration is. So how long will it be? So maybe you have 10 minutes to answer those 3 questions, maybe only 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, depending on how many questions. So now in relation to the scoring system, as you can see, minus points, and you have the opposite. Obviously, each and every question you can add mark for the question, you know. For every time they get the answer right, they'll get an extra maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's up to you. It's unlimited basically, you know. You can score by maybe 10 each answer they get right, maybe 5 each for each answers. So let's say 5 for the moment, 5. So every good answer gets 5 points. And if you want to minus, maybe it would be minus 1 for every wrong answer, or maybe minus 10 if you want to be harsh. Why not? So let's go with 1. And once you're happy enough with the results and your quiz is finalized and you're happy with your questions and answers, all you have to do is click update just to save it. Well, now let's go back to our course. And as you can see, just a recap very quickly. So we have a course is made of lessons, and lessons are made out of different chapters and quizzes. So that's very simple, isn't it? And then you can assign the price as well. So as you can see here, we have a price. How much do you want it to be? So you're going to keep it free for now, just to be sure, just to be on the safe side. And don't forget to tick the category as well. There you go. So update. And as you can see here, we have a permalink. So this is the address to our course. So what I'm going to do now is just copy this, and then we're going to open this in another window. So now before I go ahead with this step, we have to switch off the maintenance mode beforehand. So let's do this first. So save and switch off the maintenance mode. And now we can run our test. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't have to be logged in as an admin. I want to access it as anyone would from the outside world. And this is the only way to do it, is using a different browser basically, or maybe an incognito tab in the same browser that you're using. So as you can see here, we have the title of our course, no students at the moment, so that's the overview, and it's free, and you can enroll by clicking on this button here. So what's the curriculum? As you can see, lesson 1 intro, we have an intro, and then we have a test quiz, and the instructor is Mr. Web Review. So let's go ahead and with this. On the next, if we were to click on enroll, you're now presented with two options. You can either log in or register. So we're not registered yet, so we're going to create a username, Mr. Web Reviews student. I don't know if I can use, I'm just going to use another email address and then type in a password, then register. Okay, so clearly we don't have anything set up at the moment, so we cannot click on any of those tabs. Obviously, it will not redirect us to the right place. So we can I'm just going to copy the same address here and then refresh, and we go back to our course, you know. And then from here we can just continue. So as you can see, you have the items completed, 0 out of 2, and the overall progress of our course. So we have the intro and the test quiz. So we can either continue or click on the intro. So let's click on the intro. And as you can see, we have our video here. So we can start watching our video if you wanted to. So just click OK. And then once you're finished, it should normally take you 45 minutes. When you're finished, just click complete. So do you want to complete this lesson? Yes or no? Yes, okay, I've completed it. So let's say you went through the whole course, the whole video, and you watched everything. So it's fine. And then from here, congrats, you have completed intro. And then we can have our quiz then after that. So this is our quiz here, test quiz. Attempt allowed 0, so none. And you have 3 minutes and the passing grade is 80%, and there are 3 questions. So let's start now and let's go ahead with this. And you're going to see our questions. So do you want to click the like button? Oh yes, absolutely. Don't forget to hit the like button. And then you can click next, skip, or complete. So we go complete or next, or let's go next. Next. So did you subscribe to my channel? Not yet, but I'll do it now. I already had. I was just thinking about it. Oh, done. Okay, so this is the right answer. Not yet, but I'll do it now. Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. And then next, do you find Mr. Web Review awesome? Yes, of course you do. Maybe, no, sometimes. Who's Mr. Web Reviews? So if you wanted to click this one, please stop the video right now. Thank you very much. Click yes, of course. And then we have complete. So complete, do you want to complete this quiz? Yes. And as you can see, we passed. Your grade is passed 100%. Great. So, and then we can click finish the course now. Do you want to finish the course? Yes. And there you go. Our student has passed 100%. Excellent. So let's quickly go back to our course now and have a quick recap. So again, as you see, we have our curriculum here, which is different lessons made out of different sections and quizzes. But here at the bottom, as you can see, we have different options again. So the duration, the total duration. So not of the lesson, but of the course. So obviously you might have the first lesson, which is an intro. It could be 15 minutes. Then the next one could be half an hour, then another half an hour, and so on and so on. So you have to add that up and see how long it takes. So it could be in minutes, hours, days, or weeks even, you know. So do you want to block the course? So block course when duration expires, and block, of course, when finished. So when someone has finished the course, they can't take it again, obviously. Allow repurchase. So that's the opposite of the previous section, obviously. So maximum student, you want to set a limit, yes or no, maybe a maximum of 1,000 students. Student enrolled, so how many students have taken this course. So you can update that as you go along. Maybe over time, maybe every week, you can go back to your course and update this manually. Retake course, so how many times the user can retake this course. So set to 0 to disable retaking. So 0, basically, they are not allowed to, or if you set 1 or 2, maybe they can do it once or twice. Do you want this course to be featured? Yes or no? And don't forget to set a featured image. So the image, we forgot almost about this. So you set an image. So we select this, and I went ahead and uploaded a picture already. So digital marketing website. So let's set the feature now. And then of course we have pricing as well, you know. So the price now, we left it at 0 just to be able to actually run through the test here. But if you wanted to put the actual price, it could be $1.99 for instance. And do you want to have this item on sale? Maybe it's only $1.19 this month. And if it's the case, do you want to have a schedule? Yes or no? When do you want it to start? So let's say it's going to start on the 1st of March until maybe the end of June. Just like that. Or maybe just a shorter period of time from just in March, the whole month of March. So from the 1st until the end of March, just like that. And once you finish, maybe you want to cancel this at the end of March. So just cancel that, remove the sale price, and then you're back to normal then. And then we have the assessment here, as you can see, course results. So evaluate via lessons. So this is what we've done at the moment. We have our lesson, quizzes and all that, which is adding points and score. So evaluate via results of the final quiz. So you can have a final quiz at the very end. Oops, yeah, and then evaluate via results of quizzes, via questions, and via mark. So it's up to you really, and then you can set the grade here. So it could be 80%, 75%, or even 90%. It's up to you. And once you're happy enough, again, just don't forget to update. And this is how you have your course done and ready for your visitors and your students to buy. And now that our course is done, let's have a look at the lessons, quizzes, questions, and so on here by the side. So let's click on lessons. And as you can see, these are our lessons that we started. So you have the intro and test quizzes. So you can always go back to these and edit them later on and basically tweak them around and customize them or update them based on your own requirements. And quizzes is the same, basically, you know, we have our test quiz, as you can see here. This is the one that we've just published, 3 minutes in duration, 3 questions. This is the one. And then we have questions here. So what are the questions? So these are all the questions we created. As you can see, there's a few of them. So you can actually reuse them along in different quizzes, in different courses as well, saving you time, obviously. And so you don't have to type them all over again if you have repeating questions. And then we have orders here. So as you can see, someone called Mr. Web Review Student. So this is the order we just placed. Because it is free, obviously, there is no total here. But if you were to charge $119, it would obviously display $119, and you would have been paid $119 on your PayPal account. So very exciting indeed. So then we have statistics, which is very handy for you to have an overall look and a quick overview of your sales and how you can monetize your website and the progress actually of how much money you're making, you know, which is very helpful indeed, because in business you like to measure everything. The more things you can measure, the more money you can make as a result. So you can have the general overview. You can have an overview by users, by courses. So this is very handy indeed if you want to know which course is doing well and which course is bombing. So this is how you can have a quick overview as well from here. And then your orders as well. So this is really all about money here and having a quick overview of your overall progress. And then if you go into settings, let's have a quick look. So we've gone through all the basic settings initially anyways. So this one here, you might want to change this. So logout, redirect. So when someone is finished with the course and they log out, where do you want them to be redirected? So I think the best options is probably the home page. And then you can save this. And then we have our courses here. So as you can see here, we have the general, archive, single course. I would leave everything as is, to be honest. This is absolutely fine the way it is. And for profile is the same, except those 2 options here. You want to make sure you have those 2 boxes ticked. They are not initially, but because we had to run a test here and we had to log in as a user, I had to enable them. But before you launch, make sure these two options are ticked. Very, very important indeed. And then we click Save Settings. And then we go to our next tab, Payments here. So we already set up our email address previously, but just double check, make sure this is your email address, this is correct. And as you can see here, we can select our checkout page. We set that up already, so it's just to double check everything is fine. And when you're happy enough, just click Save Settings and then Pages. So we've done all our pages already, so there's no need to do anything here, basically, you know. So instructors registration, so create option for instructors registration. So if you want to have more than one instructor and you want them to be able to actually register themselves, you'd want to tick that box. But for our tutorial here, we're going to leave as is. And then with all our emails, of course. So these are all the emails that will be sent and received by you and your students. So as you can see here, this is from so you put your name here and your email address. And then you have the email templates. So all the email templates here, you can all edit them. So as you can see, we have a footer here that says Learnpress. You can change this, make it your own, put your company name or the name of your website. And these are all the emails that will be sent and received and so on. And you can edit them by just clicking on them. And as you can see with new order, processing orders here by the side, all of these are to edit your emails. So the subject box, as you can see, new order placed on, and that's the order date. So this is a short code and this is the content. Now you can change this. You can add stuff to it. You can remove things. You can tweak it around. Bear in mind that these are the only short codes that you can use in here. So as you can see, we have the site admin name, the header, site admin email. You can add all of these variables basically straight up into here, and you will fetch the information automatically. And then we have the advanced. So here basically is just a debug mode, CSS coding, etc. Again, I would leave everything as it is. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so I think we've covered all the basics and how to set up your courses, etc. So now let's have a look at our front end, at our website itself. So as you can see, we have our website here. How can you change this and make it your own, and maybe add your courses, have your courses page, link all these to actually existing pages, and maybe link these buttons here to actual courses as well. So let's do that. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard and we go and click on pages. So again, this is using the Elementor page builder, which is very easy, super user friendly. It's a simple drag and drop, as you will see. So these are all our pages, as you can see here, about us, all courses, checkout page, contact courses, etc., etc. So we're just going to edit the home page together here. So we're going to open the home page. So there it is. And as you hover on top, as you can see, you can edit, quick edit, trash, view, or edit with Elementor. And we're going to edit with Elementor. There you go. So Elementor, how does it work? Is very simple actually. As you can see on the left hand side, you have all the elements. This is our menu if you wish. And this is the preview of our page and how it will look like. So basically, it's a drag and drop feature. So as you can see here, we have the plus, X, and those dots. So this indicates a section. So this is a section. If I scroll down again, you can see you have those tabs again. This is another section, and so on. And every section is made out of columns. So as you can see, you have one column here. So if I click on this one here, let me click on this. You can see edit section. If I click on this, edit column. And then each column is made out of different elements. So this element here is a heading. This one is a text editor. And this one, I believe, is a button. So let's say you wanted to highlight that course that we just created. Maybe you can put this straight on your home page and drive traffic to it. So how do you do this? So very simple. Simply, let me show you now. So if you just click on this, we're just going to put the title here. So digital marketing course, and then we can put the description here. So the full description would go here. There you go, all about digital marketing. And then we're going to link this button here to our course. So let's go back to our course here. We're going to courses. This is our course, as you can see. So if we open this, this is again the address, the web address where this link is located. So we copy and paste this, and we're going to paste it here, just like that. And then we can click update. So if we go back to our home page and refresh, as you can see, digital marketing course, the full description goes here. And if you click on this, this will bring us immediately to our digital marketing course. So remember, we had a picture, we have our overview, curriculum, and instructors. And this course, you can buy it now because now it's not free anymore. We set the price at $1.99. And as you can see, we have curriculum here, and the instructor is Mr. Web Reviews. So this is how you can link this to the home page immediately. So where are all our courses? How can we find them? Very easy. Let me show you. So if you go back to our courses, remember we created some categories. So if we click on this, and as you can see, we have digital marketing. And if you hover on top, you can view the category. So let's right click on this and open in a new tab. And as you can see, this is displaying the digital marketing category on its own. But we have the breadcrumbs here. So the breadcrumbs is basically how the sections are broken down into different categories. So you can see we are in digital marketing at the moment, but next to it we have courses. So this is our main category. So if we click on this, this is all the courses we have. As you can see, mrwebreviewstutorials.com/courses. This is our root folder for all the courses. So we're going to copy this, Control C, and then we're going to assign it to this one here, and maybe this one as well. Or let's go to this one here, all courses. So for this, we go back to our main WordPress dashboard. We're going to appearances and then menu. And then we're going to select our primary menu. Select. And as you can see, you have all courses here. So if you click on this, you can remove that. And we're going to create a custom link. As you can see here, custom link. Click on this, and then we're going to paste the URL we just copied, and we're going to put our text here, the title. So it is all courses we add. And now you will see it's very easy. You can drag and drop. So if you just drag and then drop it in between. So as you can see, you can have an indentation here, which means it'll be about us, and then as a subcategory, all courses, you want it to be straight up against the edge, aligned with the others as well. So save menu now. And if we go back here and we refresh, as you can see, I have all courses. If we click on this now, we are redirected straight to our section. Now, let's say we're going to create, let's say we wanted to create maybe 2 subcategories. So we have a menu here, and again, so let me exit out of this very quickly. I have different tabs opened. Let's leave this again. So we go back to our courses here, categories. So we have digital marketing and web designing. So let's add those two now. So I'm going to right click, copy the link address, and we're going to add this here as well. So custom link, paste. So this is digital marketing, and we're going to do the same with this one here, which is web designing. So right click, copy link, and we're going to paste it here, and this is web designing courses. And now we drag and drop this, but this time we'll have an indentation. So all courses and a subcategory will have digital marketing, and again here with an indentation, and then save. There you go. And now if you go back to our home page, as you can see, we now have an arrow pointing down here, and we have a sub menu. As you can see, we have all courses, and we have digital marketing and web design. So if I click on all courses, it will show us all the courses. And if I click on digital marketing, all I'll see is digital marketing. Of course, we only see one here because there's only one we set up. But if you had more than one course and several categories assigned to them, you will see only those in which they are located. Now, what if we wanted to change this button here, start learning, and change it to all courses, maybe, and drive traffic straight to this and all the attention to this button. So let's do this now. So for this, we go back to Appearance and Customize. And then from here, we're going to select our header builder. So this one here. And as you can see, or you can immediately click on it from here. It's all the same. So as you can see, it says Start Learning. So you can have maybe all courses, or see all courses, even better. And then we're going to back here. And this is our link here. As you can see, this is all courses. We can highlight this, Control C, and then you're going to paste it here. There you go. And then now we publish. And if you go back to our page now, refresh, you can see we have see all courses. And if you click on it, it'll bring us straight to all the courses. So I think that's us done for what's in relation to courses. So let's see how we can edit our website, customize it, and make it our own. So I'm going to show you how to customize a few sections here on the home page maybe, and you can proceed with the other pages afterwards. And I'm going to show you how to change your footer section as well, put your own contact details, and then we're going to change the contact page as well. So let's go ahead with this. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard here. Again, back to pages. And then we're going to back to our home page. Edit with Elementor. This one now. Okay. So this is our page. So as you can see, we've designed this already. We've changed it. Now, let's say you wanted to change the background picture or change it to something else maybe. All you have to do is click on those dots. And as you can see, to edit that picture in the background, go into Style. As you can see, this is our picture. And you can see this differs from this one. This one is full color, and this one has a blue overlay on top because we selected background overlay. So as you can see, this is the color that's been selected. Now you can change that color, make it your own. If you want it more red, maybe more orange, maybe on the green, maybe a bit more bluish. It's up to you really. And then you can increase the opacity. So this is fully opaque. And this is brighter, as you can see. And this is the actual original picture. When it's full like this, you can't see, there's no contrast with your text, or you'd want to avoid that unless you put your text in dark color. It's up to you really. But the best thing is to usually increase the background overlay until you're happy enough. So maybe up to here, just like that would be a happy medium. I'd say it's easy to read, and yet we can still see the background picture. So if we scroll down the page, as you can see, we have all our different sections. Now let's say you wanted this section on top and this one underneath it. All you have to do basically is to drag and drop. So click on this, then drag it and bring it on top. And you can see the blue highlight is where it will be. So if I drop it now, as you can see, this section now is on top and this one is underneath it. So let's put it back the way it was. It was a bit neater, I think. So as you can see here, we have a short code which is not being used because initially it was for Learn Dash, which we are not using. So you can delete this, and now it's a much neater look. So let's say you wanted to change the text here, or also you can have experience, education, certificate, which is fine, and then you can change the content here. So all you do is basically start typing whatever it is you want your visitors to see. Simple, just like that. And don't forget, each and every time you make a change, you can click update. Now let's say you made a boo-boo. Oh my goodness, oh no, what have I done? This is not what I wanted. It's not too late. As long as you don't leave this page, you can always go back in time. As you can see, we have an arrow here that says history. If you click on this, you can always go back. So let's say you type something here and you can't remember what it was before, but it was much better than this one. You can always go back and go one step behind, and then again, and then again. And as you can see now, we're back to the text that was originally there. And then you can update again and save it. So you can do the same with all these elements here. As you can see, they're all different. They all have their own settings. So you have the stars here. If you click on this, as you can see, you have a rating scale from 0 to 5. It could be from 0 to 10. As you can see, we're a bit more now. We have 10 stars. And what's the rating? So if you were to put 6.5, you'd have 6.5 stars colored and the rest would be clear. So this is how it works basically. Now this number here, if you click on it, this is a counter. So it will start at 0 and end up at 4.8. But maybe you want it to finish at 12.7. And as you can see, it goes straight up to 12.7. Or you want it to finish at 4.7. There you go, 4.7. And then you might want the stars to match this 4.7 then. So 4.7 and it will be out of 5. There you go. So now we have 4.7 out of 5. And this is how you can change things around basically. So again, as you can see, everything here can be tweaked around just using all these features by the side. So this can be changed at the bottom. As you can see, if you hover on top, you can change it because this is our footer section. So we're going to take care of this now. And for that, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And then we're going to click on appearance. And as you can see, we have header, footer, and blocks. And click on this. And this is our site footer. So we're going to edit this with Elementor again. So I'm just going to open that in another tab again, just like this. There you go. And as you can see, this is our footer. So let's scroll down our actual page. As you can see, we've joined our community. So it's just this block at the moment that you can edit from here. So if you wanted to have one main message, you can change it here. So join our community, change it to whatever you want. And the same here at the bottom, change the text. Now let's say you wanted to add a call to action, maybe a button. How can you do that? Click on those dots. You can see here we have button, drag and drop. You can bring it wherever you want. So let's say we're going to put it bang on in between those two. And we're going to call this maybe see all courses again. What we're going to do is to copy the link from this one. So right click, copy link, and we're going to paste it here. Control V. So this way, whether someone is at the top of the page or at the bottom of the page, they will see the same call to action. So if I refresh now, as you can see, when you scroll down the bottom, you still have access to all the courses. And if I was to click on this, it will bring us to the exact same page. Now let me show you how to change these settings here. So for this, it's slightly different. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And from here, we're going to go into customize again. And then footer builder. And this is from where we can edit our footer. So as you can see, we have the small description here. So just click on this. And now we can change the text to everything you want. So you can say something about your website. So this is an important section enough because most visitors that will go on your website, especially if they're using a mobile, they will usually scroll up and then straight down. And that's the information that's at the bottom of the page that matters most in this case. So make sure you pay close attention to this message here, which has to be short and succinct, but say everything about your website. So there'll be no doubt whatsoever what is it that you do. As you can see, we have the social media links. So click on this. Now, how can you change them? As you can see, we have Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. You can select among many more. Again, as you can see, all of these are available. Now, let's say you don't have any Pinterest account. You can delete it. And let's say you have a LinkedIn account. You want to add something. So all you have to do basically is click on this and then select LinkedIn and then add social icon. And now we have a LinkedIn account. So how do you link actually your Facebook page to your website, to your URL? As you can see, if you click on it, it will open up content here. And this is where you paste your Facebook address. So facebook.com/ and then the link to your page. And then you do the same with Twitter. You do the same with YouTube if you have a channel, and the same with LinkedIn. And once you're finished, you simply click publish. And this section is done already. Now, popular courses, you can keep it or you can remove it. It's up to you, but it's very handy indeed. You could have 5 or 10 maybe of your main courses here immediately there. And as you can see, this is actually a menu. So how can you change this? From here, it's not that easy, to be honest. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go back to appearances and then menus. And you remember we changed this menu initially. So what we're going to do now is select the other one. As you can see, we have footer menu. So click on this and then select. And this is our footer menu. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. So these are the ones basically. Now, if you wanted to remove this one here, just remove it. And then you can create a custom link basically straight from here. So you go into custom link, you put your web address here, the link title, add to menu, you will add it here. So let's say we're going to hit https mrwebreviews.com, .com. And then I'm going to put Mr. Web Reviews Special Courses, add to menu. Now if we bring this up a little bit, just like that, save menu. And if we go back to our page, as you can see, now we have our menu here that's been changed. So back to our, so this is how you change this. And now our contact information. So as you can see, this is simply a text editor. So you can put the address here. So 7175 Shelton Street. Oops, what's happened here? Sorry. Shelton Street, Covent Garden, London. So this is our address. The phone number, you can put 01234567 and then you can put your email here, info@yourdomain.com. And once you're happy again, click publish, and that's it. That's you done for this page. So let's go and refresh now. And this is the actual page, as you can see, and this is the footer, what our footer looks like. So again, I'm going to show you now how to change your logo on top and bottom. Okay, so how do we do this? Simply go back here now. So let's take care of the one in the footer first. So just click on it as the small pencil here again, and then we're going to replace the image. So I'm going to upload a new file, and then click select files, and then select your logo. I just went ahead and downloaded one online, you know, just as an example here, and then click add to widget. So as you can see, this is way too big based on the size of our website. So what do you do? How can you resize this? Very simply, let me show you now. All we have to do basically is to edit the image, just like this. And as you can see with the size here, so at the moment it's on full size, so it's a 600 by 285. So what we want to do is just use a custom size, and we're going to reduce that. So it was 600, let's say maybe at 265. Let's try 265. And then click update. And as you can see, this seems to be okay. I think this is pretty neat. So let's keep it this way. And then you can click publish. And then let's take care of our header one now. So this one here in the main menu. So it's header builder, this one this time. And as you can see, you can click on our logo again. And you can see this one is here. So we're going to change the image, and we're going to select our same logo. As you can see, it's not displaying at the moment. Okay, so the reason is because we have the Retina version as well. So Retina display, because this is a 4K screen I'm using at the moment here to record these tutorials, it is displaying on high resolution screen. So your website is using two different logos, a low resolution and a high resolution. Low resolution is for screens up to 1920 by 1080p basically, and then the Retina displays for every resolution higher than this. So if you click on this one now and then select our logo again, there you go. This time it will display, as you can see, and since we've resized it already for the footer, it's already at the right size. Okay, so we can publish now. And if you go back to our website and then we refresh, go back to the home page, And as you can see, you have our new logo now that says Short Courses Online. Very good. Now let's take care of our contact page. And as you can see on our contact form, we have all the contact details, obviously, you know, address, email address, and phone number. But we also would like to add a contact form so people can contact us outside office hours as well. So let's go and see how we can do that. So we go back to our pages again, all pages, and this is our contact page. And we're going to edit this with Elementor. So I'm just going to open that in a new tab. And as you can see, there is something here. So let's open this. Let's click on this. We have a contact form already set up, actually, as you can see from this template. So all we have to do is basically select our form. So this was not selected, that's why. So let's select the contact form. So name, email address, subject, and your message. That's absolutely fine. Now let's go and make sure this form is linked to our email address. So back to our WordPress dashboard, we're going to WP Forms, All Forms. And as you can see, the one we selected is called Contact Form. So this is our contact form. So click on this. And as you can see, this is our form. So name, email, subject, message. Name, email, subject, message. So this is the right one. And you want to make sure that this is going to land in your mailbox. So you go into settings now. And then notifications. And right here where it says admin email, you're going to put your email address. hello@mrwebreviews.com. And then save. Just like that. So now if you go back to our page here and refresh, let's put this to the test. So I'm going to say John, and my name is john.doe@gmail.com. Test, and this is a test from the contact page, and then send message. There you go. So as you see, thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. Back here now, as you can see, if you go into confirmation, this is where the message is. So you can tweak this around as well. It's up to you. So this is our message here. Once the email, the contact, the form has been completed and forwarded to you. So let me show you now in our mailbox. So there you go. As you can see, we received this form, the content of the form. So name is John, email john.doe@gmail.com, test, and this is a test from our contact page. So very good, very simple indeed, as you can see. Now let's go and finish the content of our contact page. So again, as usual, it's the same with Elementor. You can simply click on the element and then go and change the content. So this one here, let me show you, has different tabs. So 3 different tabs. So these are icon list, as you can see, because we have different icons. This one is for the location, for the email, and for the phone. And if you click on it, basically you can go and change the content and make it your own. So very simple indeed. And again, once you're happy, don't forget to click update. Now for the Google Maps here, let me click on this. What you can do basically is to copy and paste your address exactly the same way you have it here. So if I had here, let me change this to actual address, 7175 Shelton Street, Covent Garden, London, WC2H9JQ. Let's say you have your address done and you're happy with that. What you can do, you can just duplicate this here in your Google Maps. So just copy and paste it here. And just like that, it will show you your Google Maps. Now you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. So all you have to do is drag and drop this tab here. So this will be a bit bigger, as you can see, more in-depth details. And then you can have the zoom in and zoom out feature as well. So at the moment it's at 14. So if you click on 13, you're actually going to zoom in. So the smaller the number, the closer, no, it's the other way around, sorry. The bigger the number, the closer you are. So zoom in, and then zoom out is the other way around. So let's say we would keep it this way, would be nice enough. Okay. And then when you get a new order, you'll receive a confirmation email that will look like this. So as you can see, we have the order number, the date, the payment method, whom it was purchased from, and then the description and of course the price. So it's set to 0 at the moment because this was a free course, but if it was $1.99 you'd see $1.99 here obviously. And also each and every time someone enrolls, you will get a confirmation email as well, which is very nice and exciting, especially if you carry your phone around and you have your emails on your phone. When you get a notification, you might be made aware of every time someone enrolls on your website. So there you go guys, that's all for today. I hope you found this helpful. If so, please consider punching that like button. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.